Welcome to day 2 of building 30 AI tools in 30 days. So today's idea is to build a landing page analysis tool. Pretty simple, you give a URL for your website, and this tool is going to assess the landing page structure, marketing copy, value proposition, pricing. It's then going to provide a verdict or a score, give some recommendations for making improvements so that anyone can just give their landing page URL and receive a detailed report with some ideas for ways to improve. So that's the idea. That's what I'll be building today. Let's dive in. So as always, I'll be using Bizway to create this AI tool, add new workflow. Let's call it landing page analyzer. First step, I want to include some documents as background knowledge that are going to give some more detailed examples of successful landing pages. So I found 2 great articles from Unbounce. One is the anatomy of a landing page and another going through 40 best landing page examples. So I'm just going to add these as docs in my Bizway project. Let's head over and add a new doc. So now we have our 2 documents. They're at the top here. I'm going to include both of them in our knowledge section of the workflow. So this knowledge section is actually a really important part of building your own AI tools. The context that you provide is where you get to insert your own expertise. And so GPT's general understanding might be okay for a certain topic like landing pages, but if you find a resource or if you have your own expertise in that area, then just creating a document and using that as the specific context that you want your AI tool to reference, that's going to make a huge difference to the quality of the results that you get in your AI tool. Time to start creating the instructions. So the first instruction I'm going to add is going to be about the headline and marketing copy. So those are a key element of the landing page. And I want to dedicate a specific workflow step to analyzing the main value proposition, headline, and the marketing copy in general. Landing page structure and copy report. Save that module. Next, let's assess the pricing and offerings on the landing page. So while you could build a dedicated tool for analyzing the pricing and offerings of a website, I wanted to include it because pricing is obviously a big factor in landing pages, and I'm thinking I'm going to approach it as not so much, is this pricing correct? But more along the lines of, is this pricing clear? Is it compelling? Do the tiers and offerings leverage some of the known marketing psychology principles? And if there are any opportunities to improve how the pricing is presented, then that's what I want to focus on in this step. Pricing report. And last step, let's combine a couple of things and let's say we score out of 100 verdicts. Initially, I was thinking I might add a section for brainstorming some new headline or even suggesting a full new landing page based on the report, but I think that might actually just confuse things, and so I'm going to stick with just the analysis and reports. And let's test out this workflow, see what kind of recommendations we get. So the last thing I need to do before publishing or testing this workflow, this AI tool, is to add an input. So the only input that we want for this tool is a URL. We want people to be able to give us their landing page and then go through these 3 steps and receive their final report. So now that that's checked, I can click share, provide a brief description, hit publish, and let's test out our workflow. So we can see we have 2 background documents. Those are the ones that we selected for our knowledge section. And then we have our 3 steps, which is what this workflow, this AI tool is going to go through. I'm just going to provide Bizway's homepage and let's test it out. Okay, so here we go. We have our assessments. I'm curious to see what score we get. Selling proposition is present as no-code AI tools builder. I think that's pretty correct. Social proof, minimal presence. Okay, so maybe that's something to improve. Scoring matrix, here we go. We got a 75 out of 100, but overall recommendations are listed here. So the report took about 3 minutes to generate, which is probably a little bit too long for this particular tool. So I'm going to cut that down by adjusting the workflow steps and maybe reducing the background documents. But all in all, I think this is a pretty handy tool. You can just input your URL and receive some specific feedback about ways to improve. If you want to try it out, I'll leave a link to it in the video description. And if you want to build your own AI tools like this, everything that you've seen here in this video was built using Bizway, which you can try free for 7 days and build as many AI tools and workflows as you like while you're on that free trial. Thanks for watching.